What do I do? 2020. Ah, crap. Here's actually a TXT file. And yo, 2020 1.cpp. And I need to make sure to remove you. Let me just add some boilerplate code before we start. And the loading, like here. Huh? It's right here. Okay, sure. Just an if stream. Might not even have to do this, but I'll still do it anyway. And you'll just be 2021. There we go. That's why. What was that again? Stream, right? F stream. Fine. I'll take that. And we can get a string out of that by doing... Well, we'll see if we need actually string or just an entire line. Shouldn't matter. Let's go read the day, actually. Finally got in. After saving Christmas 5 years in a row, decided to take a vacation on a tropical island. Surely it'll go on without you. The tropical island uses its own currency and is entirely cash only. The gold coins have little picture of starfish. The locals just call them stars. None of the currency exchanges seem to have heard of them, but somehow you need to find 50 of these coins by the time you arrive so you can pay the deposit on your room. You need to get all 50 stars by 25th of December. Collect stars by, that's the standard soul puzzles to give you each. Before you leave, the elves and accountants need to fix your expense reports. Apparently something doesn't quite up. Specifically, they need you to find 2 entries that sum to 2020 and then multiply those numbers together. Suppose your expense report contains the following. Okay, so just sum a huge number, sum a large list, find what sums to 2020. Let's grab the puzzle input first, just a test input. Oh. Here we go. Yeah, so we need to parse it line by line. I'll just make it a vector, I guess, and then we just do this. Actually, no, there's a better way to do that. It's you can put everything into a char stream. This one, in stream. I think that one will work. Although I need a string for that. But I can get that, I think. I think I can read it into a buffer, and then I can read that into a string. Alright. No, there's some other stuff. Yeah, I am extremely inexperienced with C++. There we go. I will probably, when I have a day with more time, just spend a whole bunch of time making proper libraries for this, because I can't keep doing this, basically. Yeah, this is the one. So it's going to be int n and then while. See if that works. Wow, is n. Then we just, I don't know, just counts n for now. This indeed is not Zelda or Kota. I'm so sorry to have disappointed you or anything fun. I'm sorry that I'm not adhering to your standards of fun there, Strudel. But hey, let's sell the music in the background. It will put me to sleep though. See, I'm a nice guy. I'll just do numbers dot pushback, and I just put it all on that. That's easy. So you just get every single number we have. I can just do a count just to. I'm not particular worried about that. So the problem itself is fairly simple. It's just find two numbers that sum together to 2020. So I could try summing everything with everything else, which is extremely slow. You know that. Um, what else do we know? Oh, and I know already Nick's found an ON squared solution, right? What a guy. Yeah, ON squared. Actually, I think, isn't that the best you can do? Because you need to compare every number to every other number anyway. Um. Yeah, but like if the. Hmm. Just thinking about rough ways to do this because you know that if two numbers sum together and they're higher than 2020, if the next number you're going to try is larger than one of the first ones, it won't work. Um, you could also keep like a chain because you can always. No, you can't subtract it and add the next one. I know of a way you can do this with matrices fairly simply, but you still need to do all the calculations themselves. So I think you would just create stars sound like Bitcoin. Yeah, kind of. It's the idea is you need 50 to pay for your holiday, otherwise it'll all get destroyed, and then we need to multiply them together in the end. Um, so I just do a double iteration over the numbers. I'm pretty sure for int val in numbers. It's gonna be a funny one if you like you will duplicate the entries as it were. Yeah, but this is pretty fairly simple. If val1 and val2, val1 plus val2 equals 2020. Let me just int answer 1, int answer 2. And then you just count answer 1, answer 2, and answer 1 times answer 2. There we go. This should find it. Yeah, so let's not do you. And now we should just only get the results. Yeah. And now we just need to grab the actual inputs. The first days are always extremely easy. This will be a fairly short stream. The reason why is because of this day is gonna be a fuck ton of work with other stuff. So, what I did the few years before, so I just started doing other other years their days, but I don't think I will do that today. That's the right answer. The laser will calibrate. No, I have to. Um. Just stream itself. What? No, I have to. There's a we're celebrating a national holiday today. At least me and my friends are. So I have to do a whole bunch of cooking. Well, okay, I have to cook one thing, but it'll take ages. I also have to do a ton of dishes and a whole bunch of other crap besides my normal work. Let's see, for your second one, if you can find three numbers that meet the same criteria. These three entries that sum are a 9. Yeah, okay, I see. So, we can just Control Z this, thankfully, it's pretty easy. And there we go, got the original numbers again. So now we'd have to basically do another run. Giant stroopwafels. No, I'm cooking something that I can't really translate. Well, the title would be meaningless because it can't really be translated. It's a Jewish meal. It's um what do you call those in English? They're like pears, but they're very small, and they're usually eaten around fall. We call them stoofperen, which basically means like how would you translate that properly? Um, they're basically like pears you have to cook for a few hours and they become like red and very sweet. And I'm combining that with the dough-like products, and it's called pears with um, cookie, basically. Google. It's a Jewish term, like poorly translated. Um, anyway, this getting this last solution is extremely easy. Um, and answer. I'm just gonna spend a little bit of time see if we can optimize it. Answer 3, because we kind of just copy this. And we just do val 3. And now I know why Nick said he was thinking about the an O(n) squared, because this is O(n) cubed. The reason, if you've never heard of big O notation, basically what it is do little pear cookies. They're not pear cookies. It's a proper large pan meal. Let me see. It looks really weird. It's like it's this. So you've got pears and then a dough-like product. And kosher, it's a Jewish meal. Jewish.nl. Yeah, that's it looks extremely weird, but it's really, really good. Um it's basically some kind of weird pear crumble, but you're not um it's not crumble because crumble generally would be, actual crumbly dough. And this is specifically cooked dough, basically. Let's see, 241861 yada yada yada. Yeah, that's the right number. 950, right? Yeah. Quickly just confirm. No, I need to go do you. There we go. So thankfully, C++ is extremely quick. So I don't have to worry about performance that much, and that's the right answer. And we did day one. That was easy. So we now have a little animation here. I'm gonna take a better look at it later, but we can actually what? Oh, because of an outage. Sure. Here we go. View private day one. There we go. I don't know who this is, but they were before me. But yeah, so you get day one is just worth no points. Okay. So normally you would just see this. I have a plugin that adds a few leaderboards, so you can actually see who was first, second, third, and there's like part 1 and part 2 on the inside and outside. And you can see score over time and like how long it took people to solve it, stuff like that. Baz already losing. I don't know if Baz will join. Um, well, the thing is, we're not gonna worry about days, like people doing days, like as they release them. They're not gonna worry about that much. Well, okay, actually, so this we can unify this solution fairly easily by making two. So we have two blocks of solutions here, but we have, of course, answer 1, 2, 3. But we can also just copy this and do answer 1. There we go. So we kind of just delete this, and we do and since we know the code works, I only need to verify my answer that is still correct. So there we go, and then we just gonna do it here as well. If val1 plus val2 equals 2020. Answer 1 equals val1. Answer 1 equals val2. There we go, and then we're just gonna do that. But the first day taking me 10 minutes is not exactly surprising. The later days will take hours. But yeah, anything else here is like minutes taken per star. The only issue here is that it just shows the log 10. So I didn't wake after woke up at 6. So he was there at the get-go. Same for Nix. I woke up at 6 and I was like, I didn't get woken up by an alarm. Fuck this, I'm gonna go back to sleep because I'm tired as hell. There's also normal, proper leaderboards. Now, they're empty today because they once worth no points, but there's, people usually compete quite a lot for these. Like, trying to be first is, like, every single day, and these, like, they wake up at, like, the moment it unlocks. I'm not going to win with that. I'm not here to win, I'm here to have fun. So, there is a way to do this O squared, and Nick said, how would you do that? Okay, so first of all, you know that if val1 and val2 add to 2020, it will never... adding any number is going to be above. So we can do... If this is that way... I don't know, we just need to do that here. So we continue. And then we can do... If... actually do this. So we do in sum equals val1 plus val2. And we can do if sum equals that. Sum equals that, but else if sum is this, is above 2020, then also continue. Because we know that if it's above 2020, it'll never be able to sum to that. I'm pretty sure this actually already puts it at n squared. I'm not sure if it actually does. I don't know if there's actually timing code. I think I would like to get that CPP timing. It's chrono. Okay. Using namespace std chrono. That's disgusting. We generally time our stuff. So we just, after loading it, because loading never really counts, because it can differ so much. Oh yeah, and then we need to, yeah. To do that. And then it's just another call for now, and then you just differ it. Duration cast, well, that'll work. Yeah, and then we do it after calculation. Or strudel, not having an idea what's going on. Use duration cast function. We can cast it to microseconds. That's I see how it works. Well, if you look, this is not extremely difficult. That means you're making AI, of course. So this will tell me how fast it runs. 941 microseconds, right? Yeah. That sounds about right. the way they make the puzzles is that they always the creator always tests it on multiple platforms. So he makes sure that there are solutions in any language that run in under a minute, I think. I forgot the dollar sign in my Excel format. I had to put the document back to the... What a guy. I have worked with some of the worst Excel crap out there. Like, I have made formulas that are, like, 10 lines long. The worst crap I've ever made. And it was because we were doing fret calculations, and you had to calculate the distance between different pairs of proteins that you could put on a chain with a fluorophore on them. Or it was like I think it was transfer efficiency, something like that. And it was just like, you had to calculate the energy efficiency between every single pair, and there were like 15 constants there and 15 different pairs. So it created this huge mess of formulas to like do lookups in 3 different tables that I created, which each already had like 5 lines to be made. I find random formulas in the middle of the document being changed to white. Oh, that is... Jesus Christ. In my opinion, you should never hide formulas, even with hide cells. Just put them on a different tab. Because, like, finding where the formula isn't that difficult, but it's annoying to get an overview of what they do, because you could categorize them way, way easier if you have it on a different tab. Anyway, I can actually see how much this would speed it up by commenting out all these lines. So before we got 941, right? This should be, a whole lot slower. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it makes sense that would actually work. So another thing we could do is we could pre-calculate the minimum and the maximum, so we know a lower range. It's to stop the user messing with them. By user, I mean monkey. Yeah, so what professors in my university generally did is that they would put like pink. They would make the cells pink and basically say, "Don't touch this," because those problems were generally meant to like show you how to solve a problem. So it would be no use to mess with the formulas anyway, which I guess in your case might not be the case. Anyway, I want to int min. I want to see if I can speed this up a little bit. So we need to do. We know they're all positive integers, so we can just set it to 0. And we do 4. No, wrong 4 there. Int. Fuck me, I love val. I love for each loop so much. So we do oh no, in min should be it won't be higher than 9999. I already know that. So we do with val if val is below min equals val. And what I can then do then is do 2020 minus val, because we know that the minimum value we can get. So we do int min equals 2020 minus min. So we know that, say the lowest value you have is 100. If the value is if the minimum value would be like 100, we know that any value above 1920 will never get to 2020. So what we can do now is, instead of 2020, do minus. I don't know how much this will matter. It could matter a lot. It could matter not at all. What? Oh, we redefined min. Yeah, we should not do that. So we had 941 with 770, and I think the answer still right. Oh, that's the wrong tab. 157s. Yeah. Pretty sure this is about as fast as we can go. Let's see what Nick's had. I'm pretty sure ours will be pretty quick. Let's see. So his is written in Rust. I'm not super familiar with this. I suspect it'll be basically the same execution-wise. So let's see. Pretty sure you can do better. Hey, there's Stimar. Well, look, just tell me. So he first checks if it's below 20. Are there even any values above 2020? Fair enough to do that verification. But didn't check for a reason. I didn't do it yet, but I have a solution in mind. Cheers, Baz. It involves sorting. I think sorting might take a lot. Another thing I see is that some values are like if I know another way to speed it up, which would be if val1 is above minus, just continue. There we go. Nothing to. I have a shit ton of work to do. I'm sure this is you can do a ton of stuff in one-line solutions, Strudel, but it usually involves a lot of crap. Why are you doing this? Because I want to, Baz. I am being a complete idiot by doing this right now, but I know that it's a short one. Let's see. You're making peer crumble. That's technically counts as work. Let's see. Value single. What? Values is okay. So that's. Oh, is there really 2020 values? No, there's 200. Is your masters now? I wish. No. It's I mean, I haven't ever worked with Rust. I'm just thinking about what he's doing here. Let triplet other be. Yeah, so yeah, so okay, so what he's doing is you know the value you're looking for. So you don't have to do the summing all the time. I see. So this sum isn't needed because you already know the value you're looking for. I guess technically that would speed it up, but addition our instructions are so extremely cheap. Okay, sure. We're loading a value into memory and we're summing it up. I can't imagine that matters at all. I should probably go like yeah. Yeah, if y equals the other, then it's a solution. And then he sums those two together. Huh. So for y, oh yeah. So if it's the other, then you do another sum. You actually do the same thing twice. Yeah. So yeah, one thing Nix doesn't do is that checking what the minimum value is, but that doesn't really matter all that much either, because how much that saves really depends on the complexity of your input set. Let's see. Just think if I can implement Nix and if Nix's method and if it is a lot quicker. Yeah, so one thing I would do is the targets one would be so like target one would be 2020 minus val one, and then you would, instead of checking this, you would basically just get rid of you. Hey there, C Fusion. Yeah, we would do val2 equals target 1. And this, I could, because now we don't always do that summation, meaning in theory we would save here. And then we would do target 2 equals 2020 minus val 1 minus val 2. And then we basically do val 3 equals target 2. Val 3 equals target 2. Let's see if it works. Yeah, that's a bit faster. I can see. So yeah, it is faster by a tiny margin. Ironically, we're still doing the summation, sort of, but we're doing it less than we would before. I could also confirm my answers if I want to be proper. Wait, you can't do a boolean? Cannot determine which is a function. What do you mean, which function is intended? That should work. Yeah, now it works. A bit weird. There we go. So now I should see true twice. Yeah, 1, fine. Take that as well. Is Nix doing anything else that we could actually use to speed up? No, that's my ImageJ crap where no one responds to me. Here we go. Yeah, pretty sure it's the fastest way so far. What was your ID there, Stimar? Yeah, you used that sorting, right? So with sorting, you would you could match a value that's from the other side, assuming they have regular increments, but you'd still have to do a lot of comparisons. The replistless how much Strovov's connive Butterby with 36 months of bass subs. Yeah, a lot. But thanks for the 3-year streak there, Bass. Appreciate it. Read the question seems very easy to brute force. Well, what do you mean with read the question? Because I know what the question is. I've solved it already. Because what I'm doing now is just simply 3 for loops, which I would call already relatively brute forcey. Yeah. For loops is very exactly. Nitro, sorry, do I get a voucher for Nitro will stream the entirety of a game of my choosing for this streak? Depends on the game. Because in theory, 36 would be worth more than the $50 that tier and Patreon represents. The thing is, Sea Fusion, my thinking is any extra processing you would do on the data would be would take more time than just this. Like if it was maybe 1 million values, I would think about it. But with only like 200, nah. Up to a maximum of Knights of the Old Republic. I guess I can do that. Let's do it after Control's done. I'll stream KOTOR. Yeah, their Avenue. Right at the end. We're basically done here. Solve the first day of Advent of Code. If anyone wants to read it for themselves, it's fairly simple. In a list of numbers, find the 2 numbers that sum together to 2020, and then also find the 3 numbers that would sum together to 2020. And my solution is fairly simple. It's basically this. We iterate over every number to find the minimum, and then we just do 3 for loops that are nested together. And we know that the minimum value is 2020 minus that. So if, say, you know, we know that if a value, if the minimum value is 100, and we get a value that is, say, 2000, we know that there is no possibility that any number will combine with this one to be to match 2020. So if it's over, we continue. And there's a few cases where this will work, like I don't know, 19. Like the minimum number seems to be 115. Was that an 85? Yeah, so there's a few ones where we would easily skip that. So 155, I think. I could even filter this already, but it's not really needed. So then we know the target, so the value we're looking for. I got this from Nix, this trick, because this, so we know the value we're looking for. Just compare it to. If it's the value we're looking for, great. We have our first answer. I also know, since it's already 2020, it can never actually be the third solution, and this is something Nix doesn't do. So we know it can't be the third, so we just continue. I also know that if these values together are already above this minimum value, it will also never sum together to 2020. So we can also continue, and then we basically do that again. We see, what value we're looking for, and then we just see what target it is. Now, in theory, you could filter the list for values below 2020, because you would also, it might actually, that might actually be worth it. So if we run it now, we get something like 670. And then what I can do is make another vector. I don't know, second numbers. I think we can pop them off, but I don't want to take the chance. So we can easily do int and val numbers. If val is below min. Wait, we might actually get some. Yeah, it needs if it's equal, it will also work. Second dot pushback val, and then we just do numbers equals second numbers. $653. I would say that's very close within. Could be the same. I don't think it's gonna be big difference. Using uninitialized memory answer. What? What do you mean uninitialized memory? What do you mean uninitialized memory? What the hell? Okay, does anyone know why it's doing that? Because an int is just 4 bytes. What do you mean uninitialized memory? Is it because the multiplication of two ints together could be, 8 bytes, I think. Wait, can it? Would be times squared, so it's 64. Yeah, that's 8 bytes. I guess it doesn't allocate that at all, but why would putting brackets here fix that? Is it thinking it's gonna make a list or something? What? Wait, did I not fix that? No, it just completely complains because it wants to add more. Yeah, I don't know. Dennis did C++. I guess I could ask him. Is he here? Damn it, he's not. What a guy. Oh well, that is day one done. I'm gonna end the stream here. It was not that long, but I'm gonna have to do my goddamn dishes. I'll upload this to GitHub in a second, and I'll post it on my Discord, so you can take a look at it if you want. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe with more of this in the morning, and later we'll be back with something with Baz. So cheers, till then, good day, and well, for you, Strudel, good night.